How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. A couple days ago was the Pokemon Presents on Pokemon Day, where we got our first real look at Pokemon Legends ZA, and we also now know it's pronounced ZA, since that's how they kept saying it in the trailer. So I guess it's not Z2A, even though that's what the logo looks like, but alright, whatever. so, so I guess ZA is how we're going to be saying it. So Pokemon Legends ZA is looking pretty cool. I was really excited to see a little bit of it here in this trailer. I figured we would rewatch the trailer here in a second, but also I want to go through the website here where they actually have some more information, most likely, and read through what it says. Because we got a whole map of Lumio City also too, which we can kind of look at a larger version of that, which I should have downloaded here in the background in a second. So, all right, let's see. Visit Lumio City. The story is set in Lumio City, where an urban redevelopment plan is underway to shape the city into a place that belongs to both people and Pokemon. Compared to Lumio City as it appeared in the Pokemon X and Y games released in 2013, more greenery now adorns the city, alongside facilities with a cutting-edge feel. Mm. In Lumio City, spaces frequented by people such as shopping arcades, cafes, and restaurants coexist with more natural areas such as waterfronts and verdant parks. At the center of Lumio stands Prism Tower, the very symbol of the city. Yeah, sweet. So this game does take place in either the present day or the near future. As But I was kinda surprised all the people when I was watching reactions that couldn't tell if it was in the past or the future or the present or whatever. I mean, to me, it was, like, super obvious. It was at least the present day, if not the near future, and we'll look at the trailer again in a second, but, I mean, people had, like, freaking holograms and stuff, like, there's, like, holograms or whatever. To me, that means future, or at least, modern, not the past. I guess a lot of people are still stuck, still hung up on the fact that it's called Pokemon Legends, and we're not going into the past because people think of Legends, they think of the past. But I'm kind of excited to see the modern Lumio City, but I do also understand that, yeah, the title Legends makes you think you're going into the past. Yeah, we'll look at all these pictures here in a second. But I'm excited to see the modern version of the city, more expanded upon from what we got in X and Y. Here we go. While visiting Lumio City during your travels, you'll come to stay in an old hotel named Hotel Z. This hotel will serve as your base as you and the new friends you'll meet in Lumios tackle all sorts of incidents that occur throughout the city. All right, so cool. So that sounds like we are gonna have like different like quests and different things we have to do, kind of like in Arceus, where there are different say people wanted to help with something and we would go help them. It sounds like there's gonna be some kind of quest systems in a similar in a similar fashion that will allow us to tackle little incidents that will be occurring across the city, probably involving Pokemon or whatever. So I hope they're more in depth than some of the Arceus ones. It'd be kind of cool to have some drawn out quests where you have to go do some stuff to help somebody out. Wild zones, habitats for wild Pokemon. As part of Lumios's urban redevelopment plan, driven by a large corporation called Quasartico Inc., the city has been outfitted with wild zones in an effort to help humans and Pokemon share the city. These areas are constructed using cutting edge technology to give Pokemon places to live. Within the wild zones, you can battle Pokemon and catch them by throwing Pokeballs. Yeah, sounds awesome. Love it. Fake Pokemon Yas, you can catch wild Pokemon living in wild zones or out and about in Lumia City. Oh, wait, oh, that's interesting. Hold on a second. The way this is worded, that you can catch Pokemon that are in the wild zones, which is what we all figured based on the trailer. But then it also says, or out and about in Lumia City. So that makes me think, and that sounds like, that there will also be Pokemon just wandering the streets out in the actual city. Maybe it's more rare to find one just wandering around the city, or maybe there'll be quests where you have to like go catch a Pokemon just causing some kind of ruckus, and it's like out in the streets doing whatever, and you have to go catch it or something. So yeah, it sounds like there will be some random Pokemon wandering around just outside the zones. That's kind of cool. I like the sound of that. So it's not just restricted to the wild zones. All right, let's see. And then if the Pokemon doesn't pop back out of its ball, you successfully caught it. Yep, classic. Some Pokemon will flee immediately if they spot you, or hide out of sight or approach from behind to make yourself hardest to notice. You can also battle Pokemon to lower their HP by making them easier to catch. Yeah, so it looks like the whole stealth mechanic from Legends Arceus will be returning, where you can try to sneak around, hide behind this car over here, maybe or something, trying to get a jump on the Fletchling, instead of it be seeing you. So that sounds kind of fun. I love that. One of the funnest things to me in Legends Arceus was trying to catch a Pokemon without actually battling it. And it sounds like it will be possible to do that once again in this game. I wonder if we'll have bait and other things that help. Like in Arceus, we had like the different little snacks and whatever. And like food you could throw out and distract them. I don't know if they're gonna have that in this game. We didn't see any evidence of that yet, but I hope so. Pokemon series first. Oh yeah, action battle. Okay, yeah, real time battles. Sorry, yeah. Which this looks sick. In previous titles in the Pokemon video game series, Pokemon took action once per turn. In Pokemon Legends ZA, trainers and their Pokemon will move around in real time during battles, and Pokemon will unleash their moves when their trainers command them to. In addition to type matchups, there will be new gameplay mechanics to consider, such as the precise timing for swapping out your Pokemon or using moves, the different lengths of time moves will take to launch, or how big the area of effect will be upon impact. This unprecedented style of Pokemon battling is one of the most thrilling parts of this title. Oh yeah, I'm really excited for this. It's like, but these battles are gonna be way more dynamic now. It's gonna feel more like the anime, where you can be like, dodge it, until get out of the way. And, so I wonder if all moves will have like there is no like accuracy check like in the turn-based version. Like, and if you could dodge the move by just stepping out of the way, it will miss. Or if you're standing in front of it, it'll hit you. You know, there's like no like chance of it missing like in normal turn-based battles. And it all depends on how well you can dodge it, which is pretty cool. I love the sound of it. And I like the look of how what we saw in the trailer. Or here. I like the look of the two main characters. Pretty cool. As the after arriving in Lumiose for some sightseeing, and you'll make new friends and tackle all sorts of incidents in the city. So, this game sounds like it's gonna be fun. I can't wait. Introducing the first partner Pokemon. Yeah, not starters. First part. You have to say first partner Pokemon when the way the Pokemon company demands it. they don't like the phrase starter Pokemon, even though we all call it that. The after arriving in Lumiose, certain events will lead you to befriending a Pokemon that will become your adventuring partner. Thus, beginning your journey as a Pokemon trainer. Which Pokemon will you set off on your adventure with? Chikorita, Tepig, or Totodile? Which, I love, Gen 2. So we got some really good representation. No Cyndaquil. He couldn't escape the allegations. He's not here. No. No, I'm sure the real reason is that he was already Len Arceus, so they're not going to repeat. That's probably the main reason Cyndaquil wasn't here. But it's also funny they chose to go to Gen 2 instead of just maybe having like Chikorita or Totodile and then something else. They did both. I'm sure there's a reason. I'm sure they're going to get new Mega Evolutions or something in this game, and whatever they're going to turn into was very thematic for like the whole French Pokemon XYZ kind of aesthetic. I'm sure like it's very fitting. They've chosen for a reason. They didn't just throw a dart at the board. I'm sure there's a very specific reason they chose the three they chose. But yeah, there they are. Look at that, Chikorita, Tepig, Totodile, standard category and typings and the weights and all that fun stuff. Oh yeah, we get a whole description of each of them. Okay. The leaf on its head has a variety of uses. Chikorita can use the large leaf on its head to determine the temperature and humidity of its surroundings. It will also use the leaf to seek out warm places, since it loves sunbathing. The Chikorita has a gentle personality. While at first it may wave its leaf around fiercely to keep its opponent at bay, a sweet fragrance wafts from its leaf, which will calm both battling Pokemon and create a cozy, friendly atmosphere in the end. Then we got Tepig. It uses its excellent sense of smell to find food. I right away know why Tepig is here, because it's kind of like it's like a truffle pig kind of thing, which is a very like French kind of aesthetic. So that's why they chose Tepig. So that one makes the most sense to me actually of all three. So, and I'm sure the others have their reasons, but Tepig being like this like sort of like finding food by sniffing around and finding like truffles like pigs would do, in France. That's probably why Tepig's there. But yeah, it loves to roast and eat berries, but sometimes it gets too excited and burns them too crisp, rendering them inedible. Oh. Epic is nimbler than it looks. It uses its speed to confound enemies, dodging their attacks with agility and rapidly launching fireballs from both nostrils. When it catches a cold, its fire becomes pitch black smoke instead. Oh, okay. Cool. And then we got Totodile. I'm sure I'm sure for the reason all three here, it's like Chikorita is probably because of like the beautiful flowers of France and the romantic well and that stuff. Tepig being like a truffle pig and here like a crocodile, like crocodiles in the sewers, kind of. And those are probably the main three reasons. So they thematically fit the region, with whatever Game Freak is thinking. But it's just kind of weird to have two Gen 2. So, but hey, yeah, I do love Gen 2, so I'm kind of torn. I usually always pick the fire starter, but I'd love Chikorita and Totodile, so I have to think about it. Let's see, Totodile is small, but it has a rough and tough personality. It won't hesitate to take a bite out of anything that moves within its sight. Its powerful, well-developed jaws are capable of crushing anything. Because Totodile will bite indiscriminately, even its trainer must be careful, while Totodile might sink us playfully and nipping. Its bite has enough power to cause serious injury. Make sure not to inadvertently turn your back on. Turn your back to it. Watch out, so that will get you. It'll get you. Here you go. Your rivals. I like the look of them too. Urbane and Tawny. Unique names, but say what you will about Game Freak. The one thing they almost never miss on is character designs. Like just the human characters always are full of personality and look really good. So I always enjoy seeing the different characters they create. The rival characters here look cool, or as they say, they're your friend and ally, or whatever they said in the trailer. They don't like to use the phrase rival anymore. It feels like, I don't know. But you'll make a friend who lives and works at Hotel Z, supporting the owner however they can. They may come on straw at times, but they like helping people and Pokemon. They are quite skilled at Pokemon battles too. The appearance you choose at the beginning of the game will determine whether Urbane or Tawny will appear. So I assume if you play as a boy, you'll get Tawny. And if you play as a girl, you'll have Urbane be, the character that is in the game and be your rival. Yeah, I really like Tawny, so I'm sure I'll pick the male character to start just so I can see her. All right, there they are. Similar scenes of the different characters. And that's okay. AZ's here, which is cool. I wasn't expecting to see him like this, in the game. But yeah, AZ is a man who stands over 9 feet tall. Well, he's the owner of Hotel Z and claims to be 3,000 years old. He quietly harbors a strong determination and will. But yeah, I like how it says he claims to be 3,000 years old. It's probably the kind of thing where, he'll go around telling that to people, but nobody believes him, of course. But we know it's true because we played Pokemon X and Y. So we know it's true. Uh, but there he is. That's cool. I like how he's the crazy tall. I like how his suit is like patchwork together from other pieces because nothing fits him. So but you think he could pay to have somebody tailor him a custom suit instead of this patchwork job he did here. But whatever. Maybe running the hotel doesn't pay well, so he couldn't have a custom suit. But this Floette, awesome. Eternal Flower Floette. The unusual Floette looks different from other members of her species and holds a black flower. He's also said to have lived for 3,000 years. She always accompanies AZ. But yeah, see, I predict that in this game, we're going to finally get ourselves an Eternal Flower Floette of our own. Either AZ, like towards the end of the story, will gift us his Floette, maybe, which would be kind of cool. And maybe he'll be like, oh, she'll be happier going off of a trail like you instead of staying here with me in this hotel. Yeah, so then he gifts us his Floette, which would be kind of awesome. Or he gives us like a Pokemon egg or something that hatches into one. I don't know. I think it would be cool though if he gets us his. I mean, all these years we never got this Eternal Flower Floette. It was programmed into the game code back in X and Y, and even in Sun and Moon, it was still in the game code before they eventually took it out. So it was like they obviously were going to give it to us at one point, probably through some kind of distribution, but for some reason it never happened. Maybe if there was a Pokemon Z back in the day, that's when it would have happened. But yeah, so maybe I predict we'll finally get ourselves Eternal Flower Floette of our own. It feels like this is the time. The time is now to finally get one. There you go. I'm sure she's not evil. Yeah, right. Who knows? But a lot of times these corporation heads are always the bad guys. Let's see. Jet. Jet is the CEO of Quasartigo Inc., a large corporation driving Lumios's urban redevelopment plan with the aim of shaping the city into one that belongs to both people and Pokemon. It seems she hopes to deepen the bonds between people and Pokemon. Okay. We got Vinny. What's up, Vinny? Vinny's a large man who wears sunglasses. Okay. He works at Quasartigo Inc. as Jet's secretary. Yeah, that's interesting too. He's like the secretary. You would think he would be the muscle, like the bodyguard kind of or something. He looks more like that kind of character. But he's the secretary, I guess. Here we see him with a text box. I am Vinny, and I serve as secretary to the CEO of Quasartigo Inc. Hmm. He always seems busy and has a reputation for being a fast worker. Okay. Yeah, what's the over-under if we're going to finally get voice acting in this game? I don't know. It would be super cool if we finally have some form of voice acting. I mean, not every scene, of course, can be voice acted, but yeah, just like the main big epic cutscenes, to have some kind of voice acting would be so super awesome. And I feel like the more languages they add to these games, which they just add a new one, and are announced that they're going to have more. So like 10 languages total now. That's probably why they've never done voice acting. It's a lot of work to try to have 10 different language voice actors, do all the scenes. But even if it was just like a handful of scenes in the game, I think they could do it. Here we go, the legendary Pokemon Zygarde. Here he is. Zygarde is made up of a multitude of cell-like components, and it changes form depending on how many of these components have gathered together. Its brain is made up of the few existing Zygarde cores, while the rest of its body is comprised of Zygarde cells, which are far more plentiful. It seems to have taken a special interest in you. What could its connection to the story be? I don't know. something, I'm sure. Yeah, there's a lot we don't know about the story yet, and I'm sure so. But yeah, that's sweet. Of course, Mega Evolution in Lumia City, you will sometimes see Pokemon undergo Mega Evolution, a kind of evolution that transcends standard evolution. Effectively using Mega Evolution will likely be your key to victory in Pokemon battles. Yeah. So there's some examples of Gyarados. Yeah, I know for a fact we have to get new Megas in this game, right? The Stars are probably gonna have Mega Evolutions, and maybe some other ones. They're not gonna have this whole game of no new Mega Evolutions. That feels like a wasted opportunity. There has to be some new one, but in the trailer, we didn't see any new ones yet. I was hoping, like, at the end of the trailer, they could have had, like, a little tease for one that we've never seen before. That would've been sick, but okay, but they didn't, unfortunately. But I'm sure we'll see some new ones probably before the game launches, or maybe they'll keep them all secret and we won't see it until after the game launches, but I don't know. But yeah, Mega Evolution goes beyond the limits of regular evolution. Only certain Pokemon can Mega Evolve, doing so imparts greater power to regular evolution by temporarily unleashing the energy hidden within the Pokemon. Pokemon change their appearance when they Mega Evolve, and certain Pokemon may even change types. When trainers have a strong bond with their Pokemon, a keystone worn by the trainer resonates with a Mega Stone held by their Pokemon, allowing Mega Evolution to take place. Eventually, you'll wear a Mega Rain with a keystone embedded in it. Other trainers may wear their keystones in different ways. Yeah, this is something I've heard a lot of people say that it would be super cool if they allowed us to wear our Mega Stone in different ways. But it sounds like we're gonna have the Mega Rain, the standard kind of Mega Rain that we saw, our character have in X and Y. But I would love if you could customize the Mega Rain to even just at least make that look different. If not, allow you to wear it on different parts of your body, like maybe like a Mega hair clip or Mega anklet, just to because we've seen so many different unique versions of Mega Stone holders throughout the franchise. It'd be kind of cool if we could have something other than just the standard Mega Ring, but I doubt it. I don't know. That would be cool, extra little customization, but who knows? Yeah, there you go. Got some Mega Evolution happening. Here are more examples. Okay, so they give us a nice little list here. So yeah, Kangaskhan, Charizard X and Y, Ampharos, Gardevoir, Sableye, Lucario, Absol, Altaria. Yeah, okay, so I assume more than this will be. I hope more of these are in the game, but they just are giving us some more examples there. Releasing simultaneously worldwide in 2025. In late 2025, we now know. Unfortunate, because we were all hoping it would be more of a mid-year title, maybe, because how long we've been waiting for it. But if for them taking their time till the end of the year means the game will have at a decent frame rate, then take all the time you need. I'm hoping it. Yeah, it looks like it's being run on the Scarlet and Violet engine. It looks very similar to Scarlet Violet in some ways. So I'm hoping when they took this engine and built this new game, they didn't carry over all the problems. So hopefully they fixed the problems. But yeah, it's looking awesome. I think the game looks amazing. It was very disheartening to see all the people online complaining about how it looks like crap. Oh, it's what, and it's like they're acting like it's the worst thing their eyes have ever seen. I mean, it's not. Is it the best game? Is it the best looking game in the world? No, but I think it looks pretty good, pretty damn good. It's very similar to how Scarlet Violet looks, but maybe it's smidge better. But I've never been one to care a ton about the graphics, so people just seem like they can't get past the looks of it. I mean, it looks fine, people. It just pisses me off. The more every time I hear people just complain about the looks of it, I get so angry. I'm like, come on, stop. Can't we all just enjoy something for once? But I seem like people just love to complain. So here we're gonna rerush the trailer here. All right. But yeah, sorry. I'm just more thinking about people thinking the angry I get. Just because, yeah, see, I thought this looked great when I first saw this. Like the first shot to show you. It looks good. I like it. It looks pretty good. I mean, if you walk right up to like the face of a building, it might be a little blurry and stuff, but it's like I think it looks pretty damn good. I'm happy with how it looks. Yeah, like I've never expected amazing graphics from Pokemon games, and I mean that's why I don't care as much. But, but yeah, see, once I saw something like this, I'm like, look at these like holographic things. Yeah, this is obviously the future, or at least the present day. Like maybe the near future or something, because this is not the past. Having the holograms, but that wire was pretty good. For was finally back. And we got the Sandile, and here we go. We got Starners. Look at them. Yeah, a lot of people, like nobody predicted this lineup, which was funny to watch. Everybody's reaction. Oh, look at this. Look, you got the sun coming in. Yeah, this is a beautiful shot right here. I hope you can literally sit down and have a snack with your Pokemon like this. I don't know if this could be a cutscene or something, but I hope you can literally just do this. And then it'll be so awesome and adorable. And then you can sneak up on Pokemon. Buttlebee's like, what? Okay, but it's also interesting here. It seems like you can literally drop a Pokemon's HP 0, kind of like, and they get dazed instead of fully faint, and you have a chance to then throw your ball before they probably despawn or something. I assume if you wait too long, they'll despawn, but it looks like you do have a chance after you lower their health to 0. It's not they don't just like disappear instantly, which is pretty cool. I do like that. Hopefully that doesn't make catching stuff too easy. But yeah. See, if you look at this, like the textures on these walls here, a lot of people are pointing out. I mean, yeah, they're maybe not super as crisp as some people want them to be. I think it still is good. And this like cool little teleporter thing to get up to the roof. That's pretty sick. And this is another thing that told me it was at least in the present day. You have a freaking Rotom phone. Yeah, yeah. So you have a Rotom phone. So obviously it's present day. Then. Yeah, it's like because in all the recent games, the characters always have Rotom phones. But now this is pretty sick. The battling. You literally can dodge around. That's pretty cool. And look, you still got the little tuck and roll from Legends Arceus. Now we got our Mega Evolution. But yeah, I do hope we can, at least customize our bracelet here. But that'd be pretty sick. But yeah, Mega Evolution. Beyond Evolution. Also, like, it seemed like all the Mega Pokemon, when they Mega Evolve, they have a little bit of a glow to them, which is a little different. Which is kind of cool. Makes them look like they're, powered up. And Zygarde. Which, has Zygarde always had a glowing butthole? That's what a lot of people have noticed in this. Wait, hold on. Look, his butthole's flashing. He always had a glowing butthole? I don't remember that. Yeah, but maybe, I guess maybe that's the first time we've gotten that kind of angle in any game. To see Zygarde back there. But, oh man. But yeah, this is also an interesting little tease. The Rotom phone. Obviously present day. But this also here makes me think, okay, we're going to be doing something like in the Sword and Shield anime, where Ash went around and did challenges and earned points to try to raise up a leaderboard and become the best. That this feels like that. Like there's a promotion match you're being notified of, and you're gonna go have a battle and try to rise in some kind of rank, some kind of ranking system. That's why I think that's what that's teasing. So to me, this game looks like it's going to have a bigger focus on battling than what Legends Arceus had. So yeah, because this part here seems to tease some kind of battle type thing. But yeah, just like this whole cool battle system they created for this game, and we got Zygarde, we got all the fun stuff, Mega Evolution, which Mega Evolution is heavy into battling for the mechanic of what it is. So I think battling will be a bigger part of this game, which I'm excited for, because there were way too too many battles in Legends Arceus. That game was more about researching and catching Pokemon. But yeah, look, you could like jump across buildings with your Rotom phone. Like how in Scarlet Violet, you could see your Rotom phone could save you if you fell from like a cliff or whatever. But we're going to be able to use it to hover just like that. Just like that. Jump across this big gap, which is interesting. So I wonder, does that mean we're not going to have any kind of flying Pokemon that we can like fly on? Or maybe we'll also have that. That's another option. I don't know. So I want to be able to fly on some Pokemon maybe around the city, Not just jump from rooftop to rooftop with my Rotom phone. But yeah, this all looks sick. Alright, so I just want to hop into the little extended look trailer just to kind of go back over this information we got.
ZA is a new title in the Pokemon series.
Yeah.
The story takes place in Lumio City,
Yep.
the largest city in the Kalos region.
Alright, first of all, is that how it's pronounced, Kalos? Because I swear, these things, they always probably choose their words very carefully and are told exactly how to say things. But I think most people have always say Kalos, not Kalos, or so whatever. Not a big thing, but I think most people always not hit the ear wrong when she said it like that. And most people, and all the reactions I watched.
Prism Tower stands tall at the center of this.
Well, that's one thing that I gets me excited. This shot. All right, so I assume this is like maybe in the base of Lumio's tower or something like that, where we can kind of, there's like a little shopping center. But look at this, everybody. Okay, pay attention very closely. This looks like a shopping center where you can buy actual clothing. See, in all the windows, you see skirts and shirts and pants and shoes and whatever else. So I think we can find it. Because I swear we better be able to customize our look in this game. And this is a good sign to that because it looks like they're selling clothes here. And the Kalos region was the region that first introduced character customization to us back in X and Y. So I feel like this is gonna be a sure saying that we're gonna go back into that in like a big way where we can change our clothes and look however we want to look. Because this the region is based on Paris for Pete's sake. So we're gonna like and they're all about fashion there. So I feel like we're gonna have a lot of clothing options, I assume, in this game. And this like little shopping center is the first little hint of that. I'm sure they'll have a new trailer later in the year that might show off something like that, just to say, "Hey, you can change your clothes now," which I'm excited for. It's just to be able to make yourself look however you want to look. Because the lack of customization in Scarlet and Violet was very upsetting. So this is very promising.
Center of this city
A
with
shot right there.
beautiful vistas.
See, beautiful vistas. Yeah, see, look, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks the way I expect a Pokemon game to look, I guess. You know, I guess my expectations are lower, maybe, than a lot of people. I don't know. But I feel like this is fine.
These days, Lumiose
Like, you know, it's,
is
it's,
undergoing
yeah, when I
a
first saw it, I
tight
thought, oh, this is gorgeous. And the more you
and
look at it, the more
urban
like, yeah, maybe
redevelopment.
not perfect, but it's like, it's way better than it could be. But, and look at this guy. This is a full on holographic dude. That's this guy. I assume this is like what the holocaster looks like nowadays when you're when you're calling somebody. He's talking to somebody on like the holocaster, right? Which is pretty sick. But yeah, that was another thing that's like, hey, this is obviously the future or at least the present day because holograms.
Plan to turn it into a city that people and Pokemon
Look, the Pokemon always look really good.
truly share.
But it does look like they kind of got rid of maybe more of the more of the textured version of the models that we had in like Scarlet and Violet, where like scales and fur, where you really could kind of see it more on the Pokemon. Now they look like they've gone a little bit more of this flatter kind of more original look, but
It
they
into
still
a
look
city
good.
that people
Like even side here looks pretty good, and see the metallic parts of them do still have a little bit of a reflection, which is good. But they didn't fully. But I feel like they dialed it back though from what Scarlet and Violet gave us. So there's not as much of that texture on there, but it's almost like in between the old flat models and the new textured models. It's kind of like a marriage of the two. At least that's how it looks to me
and Pokemon
when I'm
truly
going through here, you know.
share.
But still really really good looking,
After you
and the
arrive
people still look pretty good. You know the way their clothing is and stuff.
in Lumio
The
City
texture on
to
that.
see the sights, you'll meet 3
So,
Pokemon, one of which will become your first partner.
but what do I choose? I don't know.
Chikorita,
Chikorita,
Tepig,
that big, yeah.
and
I
Totodile.
love you, Toto. They're pretty.
You'll choose one of these Pokemon
They're
to
all
accompany
three are
you
pretty
on a new
cool. So
journey
I'll have
as you
to
get to
think
know
about it.
Lumio City and its inhabitants. Here are some of the colorful characters you'll encounter. When you arrive in Lumiose,
So we got our
you'll
friend.
meet a new friend and ally.
And see, they really go out of the way to say friend and ally, not rival. Not you know, they don't want to use that word anymore. I feel like they're friendly. They're your friend. You know,
Either Urbane or Tawny. The hotel
interesting names, but they're memorable. Yeah. So a lot of people thought Easy had a tail in this shot because his hair is kind of coming down like a tail right here. No, it's just his super long hair.
where you'll be staying is run by AZ. You'll
Just wild. Easy is just run a hotel now.
also meet his partner.
But that was the also thing that clued me on that this takes place after X and Y. Because at the end of X and Y, he was reunited with his Floette, and here the two of them are reunited running a hotel.
Floette. Lumiose's redevelopment is being managed by Quasartico Inc.
So a part of me wishes instead of calling it Pokemon Legends, they would have just called it something else. Because the fact that it's not even in the past, like you would expect the Legends to be, like some people have suggested they should just call it like Pokemon. They should just call it Pokemon Z. That would have been hype if they just did that, and it would because it would have been like it tells us exactly what it is. Basically, like a sequel to X and Y.
You'll become acquainted with the company's CEO Jet
It wouldn't have been
and
as
her
confusing to people.
secretary, Vinny.
Look how tall he is. I swear to God.
The different people you meet will make your time in Lumiose all the richer.
Mm.
To help people and Pokemon
Yeah, the
coexist,
wild zones.
the city has
It's
set
cool.
up
It's kind of what we all
wild
expected
zones.
for the way they would do
These
this inside the
areas,
city.
located throughout Lumiose, give wild
Yeah, I wonder how many areas there are. See, I think the highest number we've seen in the trailer, I think, is 8. I don't think we've seen a number higher than 8, which makes me think that maybe there are 8, and it's kind of reminiscent of like the 8 gym badges of a region, or like just they love the number 8. when they do this stuff. And because even the entrances have like the old school, like little gym, like statues kind of from Gen 1. Is how that kind of looks, you know? So maybe there'll be some kind of greater challenge in each of the areas too. There would be almost like some kind of gym challenge type style thing within the confines of the city in each of these numbered zones.
Throughout Lumiose, give wild Pokemon habitats where they can thrive.
But oh, it is.
To catch one of
Yeah,
these wild
I assume you
Pokemon,
can sneak
think
up behind.
carefully,
You can hide behind this
then
car or
throw a
whatever, you know.
Pokeball.
It's also getting interesting how there's just some parts of the city they're just like abandoned. It looks like this is a wild zone, and looks like there used to be shops and stuff here. You know, it's like are these parts of the city just overgrown and abandoned for some reason? I don't know.
If you're having a hard time catching one, have one of your
But yeah, it looks like you can probably climb this ladder here maybe to go up to this other rooftop area. You know, I assume there should be some good traversal across the city, across the rooftops here. But also
Pokemon
here, look at this. All right, you can see Chikorita using Razor Leaf. Okay.
its moves
And then its health, it hits 0. It loses all of its HP. But then it goes into this, like, stunned state where he has little stars around its head, like a Looney Tunes cartoon, you know?
target. Make
And then you have a chance to throw the ball before it passes out fully, probably, or something. I don't know. I assume you can't just sit there forever. It probably will despawn if you just wait too long. But you have a chance to catch it after it's been knocked out fully, it seems like.
making it easier to
Which, that's kind of cool, I suppose.
catch.
Hopefully that doesn't make things too easy. But we'll see. And up here, too, we see the little mini-map. We got the nice little mini-map. And it looks like this is a zone 6 that the player's in maybe right now. And then it has like a little fly icon. Maybe you can like fast travel to each of the different zones. But that's pretty cool.
This
And here we
game
go. This
offers
is
a style of
the really
Pokemon
exciting part.
battling not seen in previous titles.
Oh yeah. So yes, we got the versus pop up. I like the look of that. They literally tapping starts coming at you, and you're like,
Moves
oh, watch out, move. So I move.
Or
But all right, let's look at this UI. Okay, so we have our 4 attacks. We got bite, leer, tackle, water gun. And you these little symbols in the center, I think, mean if it's not very effective or if it's neutral or if it's super effective. Yeah. Like you have to see the water gun has the little circle with the dot in the center. That probably means super effective, which it would be against the Tepic, and the other are more neutral. And then Leer is just a stats move. So that's pretty cool. Very clean. The UI. I assume it's going to be like the X, Y, A, and B buttons are mapped to that, so you just push whichever one. But for the dodging part of it, it looks like literally your player will move and the Pokemon follows you. That's how you can make it dodge things. Which I would kind of like if there would be like some other function you could like call out to the Pokemon like get out of the way or something. But no, I think you have to actually move your player and then that makes it dodge. Which I'm fine with that. That's pretty cool. It makes it feels more dynamic, like you're a part of the fight too. So it sounds pretty cool. Well, I just
different areas
noticed.
of effect.
Oh, I just noticed that there's this like glowing blue line right here over before this doorway. It almost looks like that could be like the border of the battle arena. But maybe when you are in this like battle mode, you can't leave the immediate vicinity. Like you have to actually stay in this. And for this battle specifically, it's this courtyard you're in. It's probably designated the battlefield, and you can't exit it. So you can't just start. You can't have the fight continue across the city or like out in the streets. You have to wherever you begin the battle. It probably creates like a little border around where you start the battle, and then you have to actually fight inside that little arena, which makes sense. And I'm assuming there are actual real battlefields across the city, like we'll see in the map. Oh yeah, I want to look at that map in a second. But those probably have like the defined edges where you can't exit the battlefield. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you have to time it perfectly as he's running.
Choose your
That's pretty,
timing and positioning carefully to
Oh yeah, see that right here. Here's like a battle arena. I assume this entire battlefield is probably marked off where you can't exit it. So you're able to run around inside this little battlefield, but that's as far as you can go.
gain the upper hand.
But yeah, protect is pretty cool. Protect is more useful now. You can literally just block an attack coming at you. And it's more useful in just like real-time fighting kind of situation. I love this where it looks like Stealth Rocks is actually used as a defensive move here. Where like Flame Wheel's it's coming in, you put up the Stealth Rocks, and then the Talonflame runs into it and it stops, and then the Hippowdon just turns it back like, yeah, I know it. Have to have the cool like deal for its sunglasses need to fall down.
Lead your partner Pokemon
But
through battles and dodge incoming
it's a
attacks.
Pyroar. But yeah, you dodge the flame sword, get out of the way, Onyx. Move it. Oh yeah, sorry, it looks like everybody nicked it, but I pretty much got out of the way there. And then use your
and
rock
find the right
slide.
moment to unleash a move.
That's pretty cool. This looks like the battles are gonna be really fun. I kind of like the look of this way more than the strong and agile like style moves from Lens Arceus.
What's more, certain Pokemon
And then you have Mega here.
can
And
go
the
beyond
fights look really fun.
by undergoing Mega
But
Evolution.
one thing that I was watching somebody they were talking
When
about
a
that
trainer's keystone
it looks like
resonates
Pokemon scaling in this game maybe is kind of not the
incoming
best. And this Onyx is kind of small to what you might think an Onyx would be. So they're not allowing the Pokemon to be their full size on the field, maybe possibly, which is like
attacks.
so if you have like a Whaler out, if you can have a Whaler out, if that Pokemon's in the game even, but it will be like super tiny right here, which would look kind of ridiculous. But I guess they probably chose to do that just so you won't have giant, huge Pokemon just like getting in the way of everything. But
Swap Pokemon if you need
I think it looks pretty fine. Like, honestly, it's still taller than player character, at least. So that's good.
to and find
I feel like in relation to the Pokemon, in relation to themselves, looks like they're pretty
the
decent.
right
But
moment to
I want to see like a really small Pokemon. Like, if there was like a freaking Caterpie here, how big would the Caterpie look? Like in this situation, I don't know.
unleash a move.
Because for it to be properly scaled, it should be super tiny on the ground, like a little tiny worm just crawling around.
What's more,
I don't know.
certain Pokemon can go beyond evolution by undergoing
We'll see.
Mega Evolution. When a trainer's keystone resonates with the Mega
Yeah, so we all know about Mega Evolution. But yeah, it looks like you can like
new level
devastate
of
the
power,
opponent, man. Oof.
turning the tide of
Oh yeah, who was so it looks like there are like just trainer battles in this game because here's some just rando whoever this is. You're fighting in the middle of the street,
turning the tide of battle in its
and then some of these here are more probably wild Pokemon because you're just fighting them in alleys. So that's
as
interesting.
Lumiose continues
But look at them going though. I hope you can walk up and are you gonna be able to buy food here? Is it gonna be similar to Scarlet and Violet where the food has effects or something too? I don't know. We'll find out.
its transformation
But yeah, I like how it just looks like a city with people walking
into a
around.
city that
Yeah, that Gyarados does look kind of tiny compared to that Magikarp, especially. But I
into
don't know.
a city that belongs to both people and
Ah,
Pokemon. Who knows what kinds of encounters
oh, look at this. This looks like Looker's office, maybe, or something. Yeah, feels very much like it would be his office.
and experiences will await.
This is like our cell. But I get ready to collect all those. I'm sure we'll have to find them around the city. So 'cause in a city like this, that would be quite the expedition to try to find them all too. So that could be kind of fun.
You.
Beautiful. I think it looks great.
Pokemon Legends ZA. Coming
And they also say, all these things are not final and whatever. So, but they always say that though. And this is probably what the game will look like when we're less than a year away from launch. I doubt it's going to also look way better when the game comes out. But I know some people are hoping that maybe on the Switch 2, it'll have the extra power, will allow it to have certain things up res and looking crisper and better. And maybe it will. I don't know. We'll see.
late 2025.
Because, when this game comes out, the Switch 2 will be out. So, at the very least, playing it on Switch 2 will probably make sure it runs smoothly. I hope. The extra power of the Switch 2 will make sure we don't have frame rate drops. Oh, yeah, they play this again at the end of this video. But, yeah, I wanted to look at the high-res version of the map because I downloaded from the press site all the different images. Okay, first we look at some of these screenshots here. These nice high-res versions of these screenshots. Okay, yep, look at that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Nice. So yeah, we got the nice high-res images of all our characters. There's 20. Yeah, see, when you look at these like high-res screenshots, I think the game looks even a little better kind of in some ways. But you can also see like the textures on these walls, aren't the best maybe, and I don't know. But the characters look pretty good. And I think once we see the game in motion actually on the Switch, it's gonna look pretty damn good. But yeah, and see all the Mega Pokemon have this like extra glow to them, it seems like too, which is it's kind of cool. But yeah, oh look at them go! But this is like nice shot. Got the billboards, say buy some vitamins and stuff. Yeah, sweet. And then we got your Pokemon Center over there. One thing I'm hoping for that most of the buildings and stuff in the city you can go inside. I really don't want it to be like Scarlet Violet where like 90% of the buildings, or I guess in Scarlet Violet it was like 99% of buildings where like you couldn't even enter. So I hope they up that percentage in this game. Now I don't expect to walk into every single door that's in this city. That would be kind of unreasonable. But I want most of these buildings to have something to do inside them. Like, you can go inside and, like, there's some NPCs, there's some maybe stuff to do. I don't know. Some quests to find. So, we'll see. But yeah, this is pretty sick. The way the battling works in this. Got our little flesh land. I'm sure all will make sense when the game comes out. Oh, look at this beautiful map. I'll see, I like the art around the edges. A Pokemon Center, some people going in, and yep, this is pretty cool looking. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. You just flash over there. Yeah, I'm hoping buildings like all these things are you can go inside, whatever they are. Yeah, Furfro, which we're gonna have back probably with all of its different trims. They're chilling, looking at the tower. And this game is looking pretty good. Like here's like a little shopping center inside here, where you can hopefully buy clothes based on what you see in all the windows there. Look at the outfits. I want to be able to, yeah, because shopping is a big deal in Lumio City. So hopefully they actually allow us to shop for new outfits and new things to wear. Yeah, I wonder what happens if you try to leave the city. You obviously can't for the because you're stuck in here for the game. But I wonder what happens if you try to. Like, we'll try to go to one of the whichever of these is like one of the exits around the edges. I'm sure those have to exist the way that you normally would get out of the city. Has to be here somewhere, like over here, like one of these like little things around the edge. So, what happens if you try to leave? Yes, because you're obviously not allowed to because the game only takes place in the city. But it'll be interesting. Yeah, unfortunately, the map doesn't give us, too much. Yeah, it's just a bunch of. It looks very dense with buildings and cool stuff. Has some little monuments and little. I'm sure these are a lot of the little wild area zones. These little circle areas. But it looks. Oh, so I can't wait to explore the city. There's gonna be so much to do here. It feels like this. I really want to know if there's gonna be like an underground area too. Because in Paris they have the catacombs, and I wonder if they've recreated some version of like the catacombs underneath the city here. Because it feels like when we're being confined to only this city for the game, and we know we can kind of run across the rooftops, which is cool. But maybe we'll have the rooftops, we'll have the ground level, and then we'll have the under depths down below the city. That's what I'm really hoping for. Because then that'll make the map feel even bigger. If you have like a big sewer system underneath, like the map, or some kind of catacombs underneath the map, you can kind of explore. But yeah, I wonder what's happened to Clement's gym and Prism Tower too. Huh? I wonder if we'll learn something about that. If the gym's still there, or if he's no longer a gym leader. I don't know. But there's so many things I want to know about like what's happened in the town since the last time we saw it. But this is looking like a pretty cool city to explore. I can't wait. Pretty awesome. And the character key art. Here we got key art for all the characters. There's AZ. There's what's her face there. There's your one player character, the other player character, and then Tawny and what's his face. All right, and then this guy with a fun little like Baneri hair bun and stuff. All right, yeah. So I'm really excited for the game. I think it looks great, despite what some people say. 'Cause I choose hope and optimism over the people who just seem to like to complain. Because I think it looks good. It looks like what I imagine it would look like. Maybe Gen 10, if the people who have always wanted some super crisp, like amazingly detailed 4K experience, maybe Gen 10 will bring us closer to that. But this game is just using the Scarlet Violet engine, it looks like. So we're probably not going to get too much better than what that can do. But I'm looking forward to it. And I'm sure as long as the game runs well, I'm fine. Because I've never been one to care a ton about the graphics. If they look moderately decent and the game runs at a okay frame rate, and the game's fun, I should have a blast. Like I love Arceus. So running around this city, just throwing Pokeballs, catching stuff, having these fun, cool battles the way they work now. It all looks super awesome. I'm getting just more pumped, more think about it. Sucks we have to wait so long though. Like it's more like they say late 2025. We know it's going to be November. Just tell us. It's always November whenever they say late. Hey, maybe they'll surprise us and it'll come out in September or something. I don't know. that would be amazing. But I guess never say never, because that still would kind of be late in the year. Yeah, but I think they like to aim for that holiday time frame. So the week before Thanksgiving is usually what they aim for. But if I haven't talking enough, I'm losing my ability to talk. So I'm gonna wrap this up for now. I'm sure there's thing I forgot to mention that I wanted to talk about because I didn't really script anything out. I just started talking and going through the trailers. I am excited. It looks pretty sick, and I can't wait to play it when it comes out later this year. Everybody, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. I did a bunch of fun videos throughout the course of February leading up to Pokemon Day. Now I lost what I should do next on the channel. Now I've kind of done a lot of the Pokemon stuff that I was trying to do throughout February. But I finished my Nuzlocke and Pokemon X. I have to think of something I'm going to play now. I guess there are a few games I was playing, like Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. I think I maybe was playing at one point, and stuff like that I need to hop back into because I'm far from being done with those. And I want to hop back in and finish them. But maybe I'll start those playthroughs back up at some point here. Bye bye. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there. And I'll see you next time. Bye.